It'd take but like 10 seconds. I picked that whole filing cabinet up. I usually take the drawers out and move those around, but I wanted to do it real fast. Back to Jezebel. I probably hurt my back. Hopefully not. But I hope I didn't hurt my back. That was kind of crazy. But anyway, yeah, Jezebel. Yeah, I can feel it in my upper back, but I don't think I did any permanent damage. But anyway. I had to take advantage of it because last week I was doing some cleaning, rearranging. I said, I need another filing cabinet to put to storage. And there it appeared in the hologram right there in front of me. I had to stop and get it. That was like that's a holographic appearance. So anyway, so Jezebel tries to act all innocent and all virtuous and all that, but her whole game is to feed you a fake reality, a painted face, fake reality. And then when you see the greediness, the selfishness, the irrationality, the no logic, no ability to think, no true faith. They'll say faith alone. They'll say whatever you want. I had one found out what kind of church I went to, and so she said, I go to that church, can you come visit? We went to the church, and then years later when I escaped that situation, she changed to a Pentecostal church. It was all a lie, because she was against the Pentecost, and then she flipped. It just depends on who they marry. It depends on who they're with. They shift. They're like sand in the sea. They're like the wind. They shift. They're shapeshifters. They'll say what you want to hear just to get what they want. And they think they really believe this. I'm an expert on these. I really am an expert on this. I promise you, I am. I'm not explaining it too well because it's been so long. I got away from it. But they'll what do you call it, future faking, or they'll tell you what you want to hear just to get in the door. They think if they get in the door, and then they want to get pregnant too. They want to get pregnant really fast. They really want to get pregnant, because when they get pregnant, that's their security blanket. See, she's insecure, so she wants that security blanket because they feel like, I've trapped him. I've got a paycheck. I got a free house payment. I can live and rule my house with pure evil for 18 years, because if he tries to stop me, I'll put him in jail. I'll take him to court. And they think, and I guess most men are weak. Most men put up with it. I don't know why. I know I've talked to a lot of men in my life where the woman actually runs the house. She's the head of the house. And I'm sitting here shaking my head thinking, man, what is going on? I want to show you the Jezebel spirit. They actually wait in line to be the next Jezebel. Because you saw one, they saw one Jezebel get ahead, and she had a free ride. She's in that big house that some man paid for, and she's just riding. She's riding high. She's free as a bird, and somebody else is sacrificing for her, paying her. One's paying her phone bill. Now look at this. They're in line to worship some demonic musician, some demonic devil music. Look at this. I told you it's a fractal, people. This is the day after, the day before Easter. Look at that. That line is down the street to hear what? What are they going to see? They have no identity in and of themselves. They're going because everybody else is going. Do you understand? That can't be fun. All the loud music, all the pumping into people, all the moving around. That can't be fun. Crowded in one little space. That's not fun. people arguing and fighting and screaming and hollering and loud music. You can't even talk. There's no communion in that. It's not real communion. There's no communion in that. It's fake. It's a substitute. And so just like that, you see it's a substitute system. So when the Jezebel tries to get into your world, she's a substitute. She's not real. She will pretend to be religious. Jezebel in the Bible, she was religious. She said she had her 450 false prophets. Why? It was a false religion. Fake reality. Why do you think there's so many legalistic denominations and Methodists and Pentecostals and legalistic Baptists? Why? And cults and isms, the Mormons, the cults, the Mormons, and why is there so many denominations that are split? It's fake reality. The Bible says those that worship must worship in spirit and in truth. Jesus said that. And so if you don't worship in spirit and in truth, you're in fake reality. So most people go to a building, a 2x4 sheetrock building, and say, I went to worship service. What? Worship is inside you. What are you talking about? Worship service not going to a building. We just saw all those people going to a building to worship the devil with the devil music. And they had no inner life. The worship service is an inner being, not an outward show, not exterior. They got to go somewhere. The flesh creature's got to do something, right? It's so crowded down that street, I can't even get to the house. The street's blocked off. I got to go this way. What's that tell you? That tells you that this reality in a fractal, holographic, absolute, on every level is what? Jezebel. Fake. False religion. Trying to get you to get your identity out of going some club, wearing some kind of clothes, some kind of outfit. You got to get an Izod shirt. You got to get a Nike pair of shoes. You got to get a whatever kind of shirt, shoes, whatever. That's your identity, and some kind of shoe you're wearing, or some kind of shirt, or some kind of hat, or some kind of car, or some kind of tool. Well, I only buy Craftsman tools. I only buy Ford trucks. I only buy Chevrolet. Do you understand? It's not just one area of life. It's absolutely at every level. It's at every turn, every level. Look at this. I can't even get to the house. These people have no identity. They don't even know who they are. They're going somewhere and they don't even probably like the people who started it. Look at it. It's like a train. It's like a train. Like some kind of train of people going to hell in a handbasket. If you can't see it, I'm sorry. You're probably lost. If you can't hear me, you're probably lost. You're probably a hell-bound sinner, and you wouldn't know the truth if it hit you in the face. Just like Jezebel wouldn't know love if it hit her in the face. You're a hell-bound sinner, and you don't even know what I'm talking about. You're so full of idolatry and selfishness and pride and wickedness that you reject the absolute truth. And if anybody calls you out on it, they're your enemy. And they're actually your best friend. They're trying to help you. And you can't even know it. Look at that. They see me trying to let this guy out. They see me letting this guy out. And so they they don't even realize that the people who are giving them the truth are their best friend. They don't even realize it. It's like walking in it's like being in Disneyland. Somebody who is probably your best friend, you've painted some kind of Disneyland reality that you turn them into your enemy. You know, your best friend you turn into your enemy because you don't even know what you're doing. You're like Disneyland. You're Fantasy Island. You're turning your reality into Fantasy Island and don't even know it. Fantasy world, Fantasy Island. Fantasy Island to the hilt. They actually blocked this driveway right here. They actually blocked the driveway because they're in dreamland. They're in the dreamland. They're actually in them people's yard. They don't care. It's all about me, myself, and I. They really don't want to get out of anybody's way. They really don't have a lick of sense. Really.